Alright guys, welcome to my new video. Let me start by saying that I want to share some bad news with you and some good news. And the bad news is not so bad for you guys. It's kind of, well, let's just say it's bad for me, but when I tell you what it is, I guess you can, you know, make your own opinion about that. The thing is, I lost a lot of subscribers on the previous video. Yes, it was cut off abruptly. I did apologize for that. But the thing is, everything happens for a reason, and I didn't want to delete the entire video to make another one or extend it anymore. It was cut off, and that's all part of the test and challenge. And maybe I'm just assuming that's the reason why I lost so many subscribers. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Except the source and the creator of us all. So I can't really grasp the exact reason why I don't have that many dislikes. I don't have bad comments. I don't know why people are unsubscribing. It could be a different reason. What I really think, whatever the reasons are for people, maybe they're different reasons, maybe they're all same reason, but it was really weird that I had lost so many subscribers on the previous one. I think no matter what reason is specifically for someone, the wisdom behind that is that I think the negative energy is trying to make me give up on making these videos. But I think about 370 some other subscribers who are expecting to hear what happens next. And believe me, so my journey, more and more that I am on this journey, I realize I'm on the right track. And I really now even more so want to share this with you. At the same time, it's a test for my ego. If I'm losing subscribers, will I just be disappointed and give up on the whole idea of making these videos? Heck no, I will not. I'm sorry about saying this, but I will not, because what's going on my personal journey, which is something that can be guidance to your own journey, is really, really happening, especially right now at the rapid speed. And I'm going to share with you in a second. It really is the real deal. And when I say it's a real deal, is what I applied, what I followed, the guidance that I followed, the guidance that was given to me when I applied it and I believed in it. It really worked. So why not share that with you? Because I really want you to be successful with your twin flame journey and achieve that final success, final destination on your journey. So I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna keep making videos, and as long as the divine is guiding me to do so, and as long as my journey is continuing, once I'm in reunion, I guess that will be it. I will tell you about it, and I guess maybe I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, what's going on and what's been going on for the week before? The video that I made previously was not telling you what was going on with me specifically in 3D and in 5D, of course. Even more importantly in 5D, was because I wanted to share that idea about chakra system actually being your soul. That's your soul, because I wanted to share that for a long time. And I'm sorry that I didn't talk about my journey and what was going on the week and in that week. So what I'm going to do today, this is again Friday night, actually, not today, but tonight, is I'm going to recap what happened for the past 2 weeks, because I missed telling you on the video before. So I'm going to talk about period of 14 days since the video that I was talking about what was happening. So if you're following me and if you follow my videos, then here's what's going on. What happened? I was, just to kind of continue on the previous video that I was talking about my journey, I was being proposed by the sacral chakra guy, or the guy that I've explained in the previous video is channeling my twin. And he really was channeling my twin. And at the same time, he was his own person, but in specific moments, he would say things that I recognized that were actually almost like continuation of the conversations that I had with my twins. Things that my twin told me, but he almost like was cut off in the sentences, or he had no courage to tell me everything, what he felt. So sacral chakra guy, he continued telling me, like almost like he gave me closure to the sentences, to the conversations with my twin. He gave me explanations what my twin was trying to tell me. That really sounds incredible, but it's true. He gave me closure to the things and explained for me what my twin was not able to tell me at the time when we talked about what we mean to each other and what a relationship could be or could not be. So many times sacral chakra guy my twin was speaking through him, talking to me through him. And then the things he did when we spent time together, me and sacral chakra guy, he would say, he would smile like him, he would act like him. I told you guys they both have Asperger's syndrome. I hope you know what that means. It's kind of, those are blunt people. They say things they don't understand. They can hurt other people's feeling when they say, yes, on top of being my twin flame, being a runner, he also has been born with Asperger's syndrome. And I like that song by that new song. I will post a link below. That is called Issues. If you heard the lyrics, says, I've got issues, you got them too. I'll give your mine. You give your issues to me. I'll give yours to mine to you. Sorry. And then, so I'll put the link below in the lyrics. And in that song, there's a part of lyrics where it says, you are perfectly, pearly wired, you're pearly wired in perfect way, or something like that. I'll put the lyrics below. And that reminds me of Asperger's syndrome that my twin has, and also sacral chakra guy has too. Is because that's on auto. It's sort of a personality trait which is on autism spectrum, and it reminded me of my twin because I always said he's poorly wired, but he's perfect in a perfect way. That's how I describe people with Asperger's syndrome. They are so bluntly honest, and sometimes they hurt other people by things they say, but they don't do it on purpose. They really deeply care about other people. They're deeply emotional people, but it's messed up because they don't recognize the body language of other people. They don't understand the puns or double meaning of things and metaphors. So really, life with them is challenge. For me, because I spend more time with sacral chakra guy than my twin flame. Although I know my twin flame has Asperger's syndrome because he's shown so many signs and said so many things that fit the description, but I spend so much more time with sacral chakra guy, and I've learned how to act around him. And for the love of my twin, I endured, and had so much patience. And actually enjoyed that blunt honesty that he had. And so with his honesty and everything, from the day one that I met Sacral Chakra guy, everything was bluntly honest, and we never intended. He said to me that his future plans, somewhere in his future, were already set before he met me, and he's not intending to change that. And then when he said that, he also offered right at the beginning that we should not continue because he was afraid that he would hurt my feelings. And I was bluntly honest with him by choice, and I told him about my twin flame. I showed him a picture of my twin flame and everything, and that I know has hurt him in a way, in a 3D, um, way of thinking. It has hurt me too in a 3D way of thinking, that he said, I have plans, in a year or two or three to go back to my original country and find someone and get married. And that sounded very ridiculous to me, because knowing how my life unfolded differently when I met my twin, and how my plans have changed, and how my twin's plans have changed, although he had kind of a different, he had like a 10-year plan. His plans were more on a financial aspects of building, kind of, that thing like having my first million before I'm 25. And my twin flame went through so many ups and downs. He had things. He opened a restaurant. He opened a store, and then he lost everything. And now he's back on a different track. And I mean, I know what my twin flame went through all of these years, and I remember telling him, you can make plans, but maybe God has different plans for you. And so you actually have to learn how to go with the flow, because sticking too closely to your plan is not only it's not only impossible, but it's ridiculous, because life will teach you otherwise. And even us meeting each other, twin flames, and I'm talking about all of you guys, is that like a hit in the face, slap in the face. Fate is slapping you in the face, saying, well, it's not according to your plan, but this is divine plan. And you have to, you can try run away from it, but it's not possible to run away from the divine plan. So you have to adjust your plans to that plan. So when sacral chakra guy told me these things, I at the same time understood him, because it's at this point of his life, what he thinks is there's no other way, but it's going to be according to his plans. And so I let him, at the same time, I wanted to tell him, oh, sweet, sweet, dear, you don't understand. That's not how life works. You will see it. And even meeting me it wasn't part of your plan. So you're falling for me, I'm falling for you. And we have this magnetism, and we have this pull towards each other. And it's divine. It was part of the divine plan. But you think, you can just, go on with your plan and so on and so on. But I didn't tell him that. And he has to learn, everybody has to learn their own karma and go through their own process. And so I let him dream on his plans, and I told him that's fine. I have this person that, is kind of part of my life, but we are not together at this time. And I plan also kind of, I don't plan, but I'm working towards our reunion. And so I didn't go too much into details, but he always knew about my twin flame existence. Anyways, we continued our friendship, our relationship, and it was always push and pull, exactly like my twin flame dynamics. But plus the actual relationship, which I actually never had with my twin, in that concept. So at the same time, we learned so much from each other, and we I mean, we had to be this this tie in this relationship because there was no, it was divinely planned as well. So uh, when he proposed, it was not a proposal that he planned on again. It just kind of came out spontaneously, and he said we should get married. So that's what I told you about that. And then I paused for a second. I didn't answer him. I kind of pretended that I didn't hear him because I just kept quiet. And he knew my answer, and you know, read from my silence, and I know it hurt him. But at the same time, I'm not a bad person because he was the one the whole time telling me not to expect us to get married, not to expect our relationship to develop into, marriage. And so now my silence was more like, um, not only that I still want to marry my twin flame, but it was part of giving him a time to either continue, proposing, say, love you and we should be together and I've changed my mind about my plans, or, and instead, or to say that it just, it was just an idea. So what happened is after he said that and I was silent, he then kind of almost said, like, things that to negate the things that he already said. So he almost kind of started saying other things, and he was like, uh, maybe 5 minutes later, he started saying, "You should get married. You should get married. You need to get married," as if it was my fault for being together. It was like, if you could get married, then we would, we would not have this pool anymore. And on our way back, I didn't want to discuss anymore about that. And I told him, you know, you don't decide when I get married, who do I marry. It's not something you can just say, it's not a marketplace and you just tell me, go ahead and go get married. It's not, it doesn't work like that. If you're bothered, you go get married. And he said, no, I'm not ready. I am in this country only for 1 year. And that's all realistic, guys. It's all part of the divine plan that he's not, even if I wanted to marry him and if we decided right away, it's not in 3D, it's not really kind of not possible, right? He's here 1 year. He's just starting school. He basically works 12 hours a week. His job is like security, and we are not kind of a pair. We are not a good match in that like 3D area of life. And so anyway, next meeting was destiny, because what happened is after we parted, I was really hurt that he proposed and then he kind of withdrew that, although I was not ready to say yes to him, but I was hurt that he kind of started pushing on me like, you go get married, you should get married. And he was saying things out of fear as well. But I went to a restaurant just day after with my friend and my mother, and to my surprise, the restaurant that used to be the restaurant that was owned by a person from my country became, over time that I didn't know about, became a restaurant owned by someone from his country, sacral chakra guy. I also mentioned that in the previous video. On my way home, I brought some leftovers from the restaurant. We ate in the box, and my mother was picking that up from the car, and she found his his credit card under my seat. So the day before, when we were together, he was in my car and we talked. It must have slipped when he was leaving my car, and she found under the box of food, under the seat, it fell down as she was picking up the food, which is the food from his country. Too many coincidences. So she found his card. So I had to call him back and give him his card. And so I did. We met again, and I've never seen him sweat. This person does not sweat. When we sat down and talked, he was sweating profusely, and he was, like almost as if he was crying through his skin. Really, seriously, he was sweating. He was so nervous. It was very hard for him because I could feel that he developed the feelings. And that's the 3D way of saying things. But you guys remember when I said that I felt that from sacral chakra I had shooting pain into my heart, which meant that sacral chakra guy became also started moving in his body, in his light body, and I could experience it in my light body, that he was moving from sacral chakra to heart chakra. And you can think that I am being maybe mean to him or something. Trust me, I have endured a lot in this relationship, lot of hurt and a lot of ego shedding and stuff. So nobody was mean to anyone, and that his heart chakra has opened up, not bad for him. It will serve him well in his life, in his future. His heart will be more open, and so the next person, the right person for him, when he meets his twin flame, his other half, they will be in a better relationship. He will be able to provide better love to someone. He will still have probably Asperger's syndrome, which will be tough. He will probably need a woman with a lot of understanding, and I know the God will provide him such. But his heart is open. That's important. So anyway, open to me at this time, and he told me that he needed to talk to me. He was very, very thankful that I found his card. That made it even harder for him. But then he spoke really from divine masculine, and he called me by my name and looked me in the eyes, and he said, this Ramadan, this Ramadan, you will get married. I can feel it, and he will love you the way you deserve to be loved. And you guys may think that this was cheesy what he was saying to me, that this was some kind of way of waking up. But I felt the energy was so strong. I felt same the things that he was saying were so truthful, and he was really honest with me from the day one. And these words were coming from, they were just downloaded into him and coming from divine. And then I pulled up a picture of a young man who posted on my Facebook that day a friend request. And he is from the country next to Afghanistan and Pakistan, which is funny. And he posted a friend request, and something about his eyes was so peculiar because they looked like my twin flame's eyes, and I didn't expect accept his friend request. And now when my sacral chakra guy, when he said you will meet someone, he will be wonderful, and he will show you that love that you need, that I don't know, that I know you deserve, but I don't know how to give you. I don't know how to show you, and I'm not right for you. Was for the time being, but I'm not the man. You deserve so much more. And I know he was saying that generally, and I felt that it was really hard for him. And I could see it in his eyes, and I could see it in his face, and he was not pretending. He was never a man. This man, this young man, he cannot pretend. It's not in his nature. It's really, that's part of being Aspi and having Asperger's syndrome. He cannot pretend. He says like it is, like what is going through his mind. He says it just like it is. So I listened to him carefully, and then I pulled up my phone and I showed him a picture of a young man who posted a friend request, and he said, yes, this man, I feel that's the one. And then in the week after, the relationship with this man from Facebook, which I never believed in online dating, I never believed in anything, has developed into something huge, guys. Something huge. I was proposed by him this week, and he's showering me with so much love that I cannot describe this to you. His name is the name of the last prophet of God, and his name is everywhere now. It's surrounding me everywhere, and the twin flame energy, everything that means this reunion and that reunion is about, has downloaded into this young man. Now the only problem is he's very far away from me, and so I need your prayers, and I need you to really send me good thoughts, support. Now I will share more about this, but for the time, 25 minutes now, I will continue, I promise, in the next video. And I think he's texting me right now, so I'm going to answer that. And I will tell you more, I promise. My twin flame, the twin flame that started all this journey, has not been seen around. I know he's still in the state. I know he's still in the city, but I'm giving him a chance. And this is what I decided. He proposed to me, the young man in that I connected with, that my sacral chakra guy approved of. Yes, yes, this sounds incredible, but it's true. Because he's far away, I told him that we should meet in person, and then I can give him my answer, and then we can see. But right now, it's Ramadan is starting in 10 days, and I decided to have my twin flame um, if he comes in physical in 3D close to me this Ramadan, because our mosque was a place where he would always find me, and where he stopped coming for the past year, although he lives in the city. I will give him this Ramadan, which will be the moon in the twins, in the constellation of twins. I'll give him a chance to shop in 3D. Otherwise, I will believe in divine that has transferred the energy of my twin flame into another person. And that this person is now fully channeling what sacral chakra guy was not able to fully channel. And that's why he said, I cannot love you like you deserve. Now fully channeling full love, like the twin flame love should be, and like reunion should be. And I can see in this man's eyes, I can see that light that I've seen in the eyes of my twin flame. And then that's that energy, that's that soul that actually it's transcendental soul. Every soul is transcendental. You will know once you go and you come back and you're born again. You will know every soul is transcendental. I know it sounds incredible. I'll tell you more details next time. Love you guys. And please comment and let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Let me know what I'm doing right. Love you guys so much. Peace be upon you. God bless.